Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a great day. It is June 18th, and today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the tropics and severe weather. Currently, we do have potential tropical cyclone 3. You can see right off the coast of Louisiana. And we also do have an enhanced risk for severe weather from areas of the Midwest all the way into even areas of the Northeast, the interior Northeast, areas of Western New York. It's a pretty active pattern. That's pretty much what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So let's go back to the National Hurricane Center. This is potential tropical cyclone 3. Sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. So once the National Hurricane Center finds an organized area, the circulation, I guess is how you can say it, then this will be a tropical storm. It has tropical storm force winds. It's not completely organized yet. You can see this is the latest cone. This was made at around 8. This was made at 8 p.m. today. Advisory 5A. This just came out. It's been at 7 p.m. Central Time. And tropical storm force wind field is big. Look at this. Areas like New Orleans are already getting the tropical storm force wind field. And this is a big system though. Wind field is very large. And so even some areas as far north as Mississippi, Alabama, maybe even western Georgia could get some decent wind gusts with this as it moves inland. And wind speed probabilities, we can see we have that 20 to 30, even the 30 to 40% making its way almost into the Montgomery and Birmingham areas. This is really the first tropical system that's going to be has impacted the U.S. so far this hurricane season. And it just does end up turning into a tropical storm. This is going to be, I think it's, well, I know it's a sea name, but I forgot exactly what it's going to be called. I don't want to say the wrong name, but it's going to be the third named storm of the season. And then in the Eastern Pacific, we have Tropical Storm Dolores. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. But 50 mile per hour winds with this, and it's forecasted to just be a tropical storm. And then we do have some hurricane watchers out though, but we can see tropical storm making landfall and just moving north and weakening. So now let's go ahead and take a look at current satellite. That's infrared. But let's go back to visible. Go back to earlier, and even right now we can still see our tropical system. The low is around right there, just by looking at satellite. Big cloud shield covering areas all the way from Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, with a lot of high clouds. And this kind of tells you a lot. We have a lot of storms going on in Indiana and Ohio. We're going to have storms blow up in this region soon. Definitely have a very nice day from areas of Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri. I'm talking about not really temperature-wise, but cloud-wise. Clear skies in that area. It looks like maybe some storms in southeastern Colorado. My bad. Pretty active pattern. We got the first tropical system of the season impacting U.S. right now. So, or not the first tropical system of the season, but the first tropical system of the season that has impacted the U.S. With maybe some significant impacts. Like I said, this is what's going on right now. Let's go ahead and look at the severe weather threat. We have an enhanced risk for severe weather tonight that goes from Iowa into areas of eastern Ohio. Cities on this is Columbus, Indianapolis, Peoria, and don't think there's really any major cities in southern Iowa. And then we also have a few more marginal risks. We have one up in areas of Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska, one up in northern Minnesota, and then one with the tropical system on the eastern side. We might have a little bit of a tornado threat. We can see we did have a 10 sig tor risk out for a complex of supercells in western Ohio. We might have even had a pretty strong looking tornado, at least when you looked at it on radar. Impact areas right around the Indiana and Ohio border. We have a two tor as well down in around the Gulf Coast. Tomorrow we do have a slight risk Slight risk right around, I guess, centered around northwestern Kansas and the Nebraska Panhandle. Slight risk down in southern Alabama and the Florida Panhandle as well. And then a large marginal risk for the Northeast, associated with the same storm system that is bringing severe weather today. 5 Tor, that slight risk is for a Tor risk down in the Southeast. And then on day 3, we have another marginal risk for the tropical system in Georgia, South Carolina, and little areas making its way up to around Wilmington, North Carolina, and a large marginal risk encompassing most of the Midwest. So let's go ahead and take a look at the models. So this is the GFS, of course. The GFS doesn't show a very organized low. And I'll actually say this. When I was looking at this, I'm pretty sure it was last video I made. I'm pretty sure, I feel like the Euro, or not the Euro, the Canadian did a pretty good job with this. Now, if I could go back and show you what the Canadian actually showed, that'd be able. But the Canadian didn't really show an organized low making landfall. It kind of just showed a disorganized low like the GFS has now, because we're closer to the event. I don't think I can go back far enough, but that's what happened there. And yeah, so Sunday. This is Sunday. This is day 3. We have a low pressure up in Michigan. That's going to be maybe bringing some severe weather along the cold front areas in the Midwest. We have that large marginal risk. And maybe some storms across the southeast with the remnants of our tropical system. Let's go ahead and go out to Monday now. Monday, we have a large cold front. This is going to maybe bring in some pretty below average temperatures to the Midwest, maybe even into the south and the east. You can see maybe a little bit of a severe weather risk on Monday for a pretty large area. Could experience some thunderstorms. And on the back side of this, we look at temperatures. I mean, temperatures aren't going to be cold at all. This is 8, 7 p.m. depending on where you live. But we can see up in Canada, it is cold. 30s up there on the GFS. Northern Michigan, even around 50. At 7 p.m. That's pretty, or 8 p.m. My bad. 80s in the southeast still. The cold front hasn't pushed down, but even 60s in Arkansas. So a nice little cold front. And the Euro at the same time, let's see what the Euro has. At the same time, the Euro, we have a lot of agreement. The Euro doesn't show as much cold air up in Canada, but it's still 42 degrees. It's pretty good for mid-June, mid to late June. But still, once again, we have 50s in Minnesota, 50s in Wisconsin, northern Michigan, even some 70s. A little bit of a break from the heat in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana. Then eventually, maybe we could get a little bit of some relief across the south. Which the south hasn't really been entirely hot. It's been pretty average. And we can see Tuesday afternoon, temps are even 70s across areas like Birmingham, Atlanta. 80s limited to the southeast coast, but even some 50s in New York, PA, in the afternoon. Let's see what the GFS has. I go to the latest run of the GFS, and you can see even maybe 40s up in northern New York in the higher elevations. So a little bit of some cooler air though coming down into the south, and these are afternoon temperatures, 70s. And around early afternoon across the south and the southeast. Even some 60s up in the Midwest and even into the Northeast. So very nice and pretty cold up in Canada as well, especially for June. And temperature anomalies, we can see most areas will run about maybe 5 to 15 degrees below average. So a little bit of nice little cold front mid next week. But yeah, that'll wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow. Kind of depends. I'm very busy right now. But I will be posting again probably either tomorrow or Sunday. But yes, goodbye.